Thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. Today I'm going to show my swatch sheets that I created for the Prisma Premier Fine Art brush markers. They are a dual-ended marker that has a brush tip at one end that looks like this, and it's flexible, and then it has a stiff tip here that does fine precision lines. They are alcohol ink, and they are to me the best on the market. I know that's just personal preference. A lot of people like Copics. I don't care for Copics. I got on the bandwagon when they first came out, and I didn't like how quickly they dry up, and then you have to refill them and then they dry out again, and so you're just constantly battling this dried out pen. And I've had these for gosh, probably about 4 years now, and they are still super bright and super juicy. They are not refillable, but they have a lot of ink in them and they last a really long time, and the caps are super tight so they don't dry out. I've never had a problem with them drying out. I'm not sponsored by Prismacolor. These are my own personal art supplies, and since I'm already creating these swatch sheets for my own swatch book, I thought I might as well offer them to others so that you know, I went to all the work and you can easily purchase them super inexpensively and then have them for your swatch book. They include the product number, the product name, and a nice section for you to be able to swatch out your colors. And the nice thing about having all 196 colors on my swatch sheets is that if you're buying them open stock, you can easily look at your colors and see, okay, these are the only greens I have, so maybe I need to buy some more greens, or I only have 4 purples, so maybe next time I buy them open stock, I need to buy a few more purple colors. And I've created the swatch sheets to have the colors be in sections. So yellows together, oranges together, blues together, greens together, etc. Because to me, when I go to look for a pen and I'm looking for a yellow, if I have them all right together, I can easily see what all the colors are and what they look like when they're dry on the correct paper. And I always swatch on the correct paper for whatever the product is that I'm swatching. If it's a watercolor paint, then I swatch onto watercolor paper, if that makes sense. So these are on the swatch sheet by color, not by numerical number, because if I did it that way, then all the colors are going to be mixed together and you're going to be searching everywhere for the yellows. They won't be right next to each other for you to be able to visually see what you've got. So that's why I did it that way. And there are some blank spots in each section for write-ins, just in case Prisma decides to add more colors to their line. Your swatch sheets won't be obsolete. You'll be able to hand write in extras if they add to it, because a lot of times that's what happens is companies come out with a new set or 12 new colors, or so I did leave a lot of spaces in here for you to be able to do some add-ins. So Prisma says on their website that they guarantee color consistency at both ends of the pen and richly saturated color with smooth laydown. And from my experience of using them in my art journals and for work that I've done for other people, that's exactly right. They're really super smooth. You can blend them out really easily, you know, blend them color over color. So even though they're alcohol ink, when you lay it down and you try to blend it out, they do blend really well. I have no problem with blending on them. So they're one of my favorites, and I wanted to do a swatch sheet for my book. So again, I'm sharing my swatch sheets. There will be a link below in the description box where you can purchase the swatch sheet. It'll take you right to where you can purchase it. There will also be a link for the type of swatch book that I use. I use a large D-ring binder. This is my swatch book, and it's all my art supplies, and it's a big D-ring binder. I have a nice table of contents index that I write in pencil in case I move them around, and then sections for different things, my different art supplies, and then I put them in sheet protectors, so these will get slipped into sheet protectors and put into my binder. I know for some it seems like a lot of work to do swatch sheets, but I've been doing art for a really long time, and what I find for the swatch sheets is that If I'm doing, like say I'm doing a portrait and I want something like this, looks like a really nice bright color or a nice pretty color that would be pretty for pink lips on a girl, but this is actually what the color is, and it's super, super bright, but also super dark. It would be really hard to blend it out as far as making some gradient shades with it. So I like to be able to look in my swatch book and see that these are the colors and this is what they actually look like on paper and dry, so that I know what it's going to turn out like. So I know that the blush pink light would be a really good color to start with for lips, and then gradually work myself up to getting some more shades, or using maybe even a colored pencil on top of that. So that's why I like to be able to see my colors and see what they look like. So that's just my reasons for why I like to do a swatch book. So if you're interested and you've got these Prisma Premier pens and you'd like a nice swatch sheet, check out the link below, and you can purchase the ones that I've already created and use them for your books. And they will be blank. They won't have the colors, and you don't get any pens. It's just for the paper, and it is an instant download. So you purchase it, you get a link, you download it, you print it on your own printer, on your own good art paper, and then you take your pens and swatch your colors so that you can see what you have. And it also, like I said, leaves you a nice reference for what you need to purchase in the future if you're building up your art supplies a little bit at a time. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you're having fun today making art, and that you try out a swatch book, because I bet you'll find that the benefits are really worth the little bit of time and effort it takes to swatch your art supplies as you purchase them. So have a great day, and art soothes the heart.